Your fuel tank is switched off 10 times. Well... Okay. That was never... Pretty certain I never did that. Your left hand switched off and you had it switched on. See? Explain that then. Explain that. You saw me just turn that off. You saw me do that. I looked down. You can see where this is going. If this is not bugs, then this is griefing, and if it's griefing, we can't do open group flights anymore because this is kind of some, you know, what can you do? So if this is a bug, fine. If it's griefing, then how can you say, Prompe? How can you say categorically that this is not griefing? How can you say that? Nobody right now has a clue what this is. I don't know, Hawk. I don't know. Well, that's the thing, Stimpy, is if you fly on a network, that kind of stuff is built in. For, you know, the ability for somebody to be able to control your sim is built into the sim. Like, I remember when Josh and Cat Strater used to fly in Pilot Edge, and Keith would, like, send them a failure to their sim. Okay, where did this massive hill just come from? How high is this hill? It's about 2,500. All right, let's go up. I hope it is just bugs, because if it's not bugs, then we're going to have to lose a lot of fun. That'd be a shame. I was watching you, this happened to you last week on a bus trip. Interesting, because I never had this before. That guy's a bit low. So it looks a bit low to me. Yeah, but PC Kelly, some people are saying that it was happening. Yep, there you go. Rip that guy. Rip that guy. Rip a doodle-doo. Probably went on autopilot, went to the bathroom. I'm not sure if he hugged the mountain, just flew straight into it. Oh, look. Isn't that amazing? Oh, wow, there's the airfield. See that? Let's get the flaps on and get all the way diving in. You was taxing it on your throttle, went to the max and stayed though. What? That's a nice approach.
Final runway 09.
No, I've not. All veterans. I haven't done that. Yeah, there's quite a few planes in Soapy. According to this, we've got a 500. It's a slight tailwind and a slight crosswind. It's not as bad as it predicted. Are they taxiing? That was a nice approach. I tell you what, let's go right to the end of this runway and turn around. So we'll take off back towards the hill. That looked quite cool. Something on the left just switched. Yeah, I heard it. It's all kinds of stuff got switched. You must have saw that. I literally looked up and the lighting went off. This is a bug. It's something I didn't see all day long. It's too subtle for hackers. It's almost like some people are changing controls and it's like affecting other people's planes. But maybe not even the same control. It's very odd. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is worse when you're near other planes. It's very weird. Don't need, Larry. People can just send them clips. You can send them clips where just random stuff is happening.
Approaching runway 27.
Look at that view.
Runway 27. 1981 meters remaining.
Oh look, my fuel tank's gone off again. There goes all my lights. Right, next leg is southeast. So we take off, climbing left turn, then heading 121. And this is a 45 nautical leg. Might go quite low just to get the scenery in. Landing at LTFE. LTFE is going to be... Let's have a look at the weather. It doesn't matter. It's going to be a crosswind either way. You've actually got 2 runways you can land on according to this. Just go straight in on 10. There's apparently a left and a right. Okay, let's do it. Climbing left turn, heading 121. Altitude dealer's choice. Feels like it, Jimster. Feels like the controls are cross-talking. Very odd. See, the thing is, though, I'm pretty certain there aren't people sat there just changing the fuel tanks or the lighting. So why is that? Why does that keep happening? It's a nice view. I don't know how many other players are experiencing it. I do not know. The autopilot was about to kill me then. No problem, Langwin. There we go. Doug20091, thank you for subbing, Doug. Welcome to the house star. DK Evers, thank you for 44 months. Is Spuppy still in the air or did he do a roam? I don't know. He did say he was going to join for one of the legs. Has my right tank shut off at all? No, I've only done it manually. It's my left tank that does it. Alright, that's 1500. Let's try and keep the speed back. He was trying an experiment. Okay. He seems to want only one tank at a time. Well, we've also got other things going on, like the lights keep turning on and off. There you go. I reckon when I turn my tank off, somebody else's tank goes on. You know what I mean? I look up and see it's off, so I turn it on. Then they look off, see theirs is off, and they turn theirs on, and turns mine off again. There's some crazy stuff going on. Just remember, if you bring it, you land it. Although I don't think he's going to be landing anything. Where he's going. Oh, there we go. It's going vertical. Dude, that angle of attack. Oh, there's a shadow there, look. How quick are we going? CSJ, 52 months. Holy smokes. Thank you very much for 52 months, Chris. Need to adjust my heading a little bit. Bafagolu, what does that mean? Is this Turkey here? Is that where we are? Was Bodrum? Because I've been to Bodrum. Is it down like... It must be around here somewhere. What on earth is this? What works, Rafat? The lights in your room are flickering. Oh look, my tank's gone off, you see. It's always the left one. Do you know, if I was in the plane and it kept doing this, I'd just get some tape out and just tape that thing down. Bodrum is south. So we're going to go down towards the Bodrum, aren't we? Down the coast there. I don't know, PC Kelly. Maybe the bug only allows them to exploit one of them. You know? You've turned off your right tank, hoping to see the left tank switch off automatically. That's not going to go well, though, is it? Bill, you must have some fuel tank that can be turned off. Look down the bottom, you'll probably see the fuel tank selector. Hilo, I think it actually stops the fuel. I don't think it's visual. Yeah, this is because we left our mobile devices on. If you'd have put your phones into flight mode, right, we wouldn't have these problems. Yeah, that's true. We had a fuel imbalance, so it isn't just visual. It just turned on. Did you see that? It happened at the same time as I heard the dials clicking down there, which makes me think the bug is related to these dials. Because when they turned, this turned. Spooky. Quite nice scenery around here. Very Turkish. Gonna be a controller mapping thing? Don't think so. Look at the shadows on the ground on the left. Look at that. It's like a swarm of insects. Right, so you've got this like little bay of water here. And then it's basically, you can see some hills on the left. It's more or less in a straight line through that. So I think we're avoiding all the hills. You just saw an upside down 747 in the sea. I guess he ain't landing that then. Oh, I can hear him, he's back. It's still, you can see the frame rates go whenever the 747's nearby, so they didn't fix that. Yeah, that's true, Albanese. I mean, they did mess up the sensitivities, so maybe they messed up something else. Yeah, that's what I was saying, El Prompai. I think this is a multiplayer bug. Because it never happened once when I was flying single player. Next runway is pretty long. It's like 1,800 meters or something. So yeah. Look how many caravans there are. It is a caravan of caravans. It's just a shame they didn't put the livery on. It would have looked incredible. Rip that guy. I wonder if he knows that his fuel's gravity fed. Unless he puts his boost pump on. Whee! Hang on, let's check my altitude here. Ted Cat, thank you for subbing. Welcome, Ted Cat. Mod can give you a link. There you go. Just put that in your community folder. I'm just wondering whether I need to climb or not. I don't think I do, looking at the terrain. Airfield's just about here. Just about there somewhere. I'm not right, Ibanez. I'll tell you why it happens, Ibanez, because there's no regression testing. And the worst thing is it's really hard to regression test multiplayer stuff. What's the next leg? With this one. Quite a short one. Westbound to these little islands. Spawning at LTFE, which is where we're landing. Oh, we're landing in Bodrum. I've actually been here. I've been to Bodrum Airfield. Years ago, back in 2006. You want to throw in LTBV just around the hill? Nah, I can't change the plan, dude. I bet you the fuel tank's moved. This is where all the holiday properties are in Bodrum. At least your side-type panel works here. Bodrum International. Current weather, wind 180 at 6 knots. You've got 50% in the left, 25% in the right. You know how to change the setting you 152. Look about here on the floor there. And you'll see a fuel tank selector, and the middle it'll say both, and then it'll say left and right. It's probably on right. This is so weird. Yeah, it seems to be happening on various planes, Rockery. It's as if the signal to change something is getting confused. Start to the next one. LTFE. LTFE, we're just coming in there now. Flying Wayman's, yeah, I've been here on holiday twice. It can be very hot. I think I went in April once and it was like 34 Celsius in April. Crazy. That's the airfield there, I think. Is your battery voltage and amp reading normal? No clue.
100.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't, but I put the standby power on just in case. But yeah, I don't know. Don't know where it is in the caravan, actually. Unless it's built into the Garmin. It's probably in here, actually. It's like an engine screen you can put on to get the battery. Yeah. I reckon the alternators were being turned off, Rockery, and I think mine is off, and that's why that light is on. That's why I put my standby power on, because that should not be on. That just switched. I just saw that move then. I just literally just saw that move right as I heard something click over here. Anyway, I should probably land this thing. There's definitely shenanigans going on. It's in the on position. Wamastaya, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome to the Net House. Thank you. Restarted Twitch and it's working now. What is?
Final runway 10 left.
I don't know, but the switches definitely happen more when the planes kind of coalesce near a runway. When we're flying, it doesn't happen very often, but when they're all together near the airport, you can hear everything going click, 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 click.
500.
Wow, that citation's going in a bit fast. And we're down. Oh yeah, the runway's definitely large enough. This is Bodrum International. Did you see everything just clicking on and off constantly? Did you see that? That just went on and off in one go as that turned. Literally just turned this off. It's like 50 times I've turned that back on now. It is possessed. Right, okay. So now we're going to be taking off, what runway are we on? Oh, yeah, we'll go this way, it's fine. Then we'll turn around. We'll do a climbing right turn, and then we'll head roughly west to, we're going to go to Leros, LFLE, which is a 1,000 meter runway, 39 foot elevation. Let's have a look at the weather over there. No wind data. Northerly wind. We'll land on 3-2. So we'll basically turn right out of here. And then aim for the middle bit of the island. And then go in on 3-2. Any questions? Apart from why does my fuel tank keep turning off? No? Good. Right. Let's go. I just went off again. Oh, the police are here. I'm pretty certain Lamperbow, somebody else will report it. $4 AM in Australia, dude. Have a good night. What's left of it? Stall? 70 knots? Are you serious? I would love to duct tape the fuel open. There we go. Let's try and get over this hill. No, speed brake is definitely off. You just lost your instruments. Wow, there's some people really low down there. Let's have a look where we are. There you go. About to track over the water. Very pretty. Right, let's slow down. I'm going too fast now. Did you continue with your PPL? I got it in 2018, Captain Bongo. That's very out of the loop, bro. Yes, I did. Hey Muttley, did you fix the braking problem then on your plane, or did it just carry on doing it? Yeah, that happens, ED. Whenever you see like the 747, it just lags. You're thinking of trying real flying. Is there a good school you recommend in the southeast of England? Whereabouts? Are you southeast of London? Because if you are, I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. Letchworth. Letchworth is near Stevenage, I think. I don't know any around that area particularly. I mean the ones I know are too far of a drive from you. And to be honest with you, I only ever tried two, Stapleford and Earlscone. And I didn't like Stapleford very much. Earlscone's got some nice instructors. Although a couple of the best ones have left. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to suggest. The best advice I can give you is to go to more than one school. Do a trial lesson at one school, do a trial lesson at another school, and then compare it. That's the best advice. Like, that's what really worked for me. Aha, that confused him. I've set it on to live. Why don't I see anyone? Why is it dark? Because you're not meant to be on live time. North Weald a nice airfield? Think of getting there and passing your PPL. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's not like amazing North Weald. Put it this way: if you want to do your night rating, you can't do it at North Weald. Like Earlscone can, because they have their own lights. But Earlscone closes at 6 o'clock. So there's like a window in winter of about 3 months where you can get your night rating done. But North Weald, like, it's okay to fly in and out of, but yeah, I think Earlscone's better school. Thoughts on taking it further? Well, so that's what I keep saying to myself is what do I want to do now? And so what I'm doing at the moment is I'm building up my hours and experience, obviously, just doing VFR flying. And then I'm looking for a show in a plane with some better avionics. And then when I do get a show in a plane with better avionics, I'll probably think about hiring an instructor to do some instrument stuff. Now, whether I go for the restricted instrument rating or the full instrument rating, I don't know. But I kind of want to do it in a plane that I'm already familiar and comfortable with and that has decent avionics, rather than one of these, because a lot of the school planes are pretty basic. The alternative to that is to go to the States and do the instrument law. So I'm undecided yet. I'm going to build my hours up, look for a plane show, and then we'll see what happens next year. Blimey, there's loads of us here now. Look at this. Need to get a grab of that. Yeah, the livery's just been posted. There's some people are flying with it. Look, all the cool kids are flying with it. You'd love to buy an SR22. Dude, they're too expensive. Let me put it this way. I saw an advert for a share, a one-fifth share in an SR20, an SR20 G3, which is about a 2008 model. So a 12-year-old SR20, and it was £30,000 to buy a share, £300 a month, and then £150 an hour to fly. And that's an SR20, one-fifth of a share. So if you can afford an SR22, you're doing pretty well. Trash Panda, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome. Yep, 30 grand for a fifth. That gives you an idea how much value that plane's rated at. I mean, the avionics in that alone is probably worth 50 grand. What do you fancy part owning? To be honest with you, I'm kind of flexible on that. I'm more interested in the plane equipment and stuff. I looked at PA-28, PA-32. I think a Mooney was one of them. SR-20 I looked at. I mean, I don't mind any of those, as long as it's well looked after and good avionics. Oh, and an autopilot. I specifically want a plane with an autopilot because I want to do longer journeys, and I really don't want to have to hand fly it like all the way to Scotland or something. I just want to be able to just put an autopilot in and just be able to just take my hand off the controls. I think it's a lot less fatiguing. No, an SR-22, like, hundreds of thousands, they're not a million. AN42, thank you for gifting a sub to Moo Cow of Dom. That's a very strange name. You love your instrument flying, best of luck flying safe. Thank you. I mean, I don't necessarily want it so I can fly instruments everywhere. I kind of want it so that I've got more options. More options and more skills. Like if you go from VMC to IMC, like I want to be able to deal with it. If the weather, if I, you know, let's say, here's a classic one, right? Let's say RAF Cosford was still on, like the Cosford Flight Sim show. Let's say that was still on. So you think, oh, it's on all weekend. I'll fly up on Friday, right? So you've got your plane, you fly up on Friday, and you stay, and then Sunday afternoon you go home, and the weather's coming. So you can't take off and fly VFR back. In those scenarios, I want to get back. Like, so if I have to fly IFR now, I can fly IFR if I've got the license. So then you fly IFR back. It's that kind of situation that I want the license for. And then if I wanted to like traipse on down to middle of France or something, and I happen to have a fairly quick plane, why not just go IFR and relax? You should become an airline repo man. They get you to fly all sorts of planes. I'm not interested in doing commercial flying. Blimey, look at this. A little soiree going across the water. Imagine Squirrel Airlines IRL. Squirrel, I can sponsor you the 100k if you like, but I can only send money if we're in a VA together or we have a partnership. It's basically a friend list. You can kick me after I give you the credits. I mean, that's very kind of you, Nost. It really is very kind of you. I'm not... I would feel kind of bad taking 100 grand off somebody in the on-air sim and then just... I mean, what, you know, like, when do you want it back kind of thing. I mean, I have created the VA now. We've got 100 grand just, and I've created the VA, so I've done that. It's 150 an hour to rent an SR22 if you part own. How much is it for just plain rental? That I don't know. I don't know. You'd have to find somebody that was willing to rent out an SR22. Thank you, BG. I mean, I don't specifically want money for a Squirrel other than to get planes and stuff. Or an FBO. I just want to get all that going. That's what we need the money for. We are coming up. LGLE. Do you know you created Sevilla already? Yes, I have. You'd like to join as a non-sub? Yeah, it's no problem. You can apply now if you want to, but I just want to figure some stuff out this week about the virtual airline before I start accepting memberships. But, you know, by all means, you can apply. I just want to make sure I understand how the VA's working on it before I just accept people in. Because I don't want, you know, I have noticed on Air's a bit more, it certainly penalises you more than FSE does. Let's put it that way. You probably have to turn your sim off, craft, and start it again. Can you fly a caravan in theory on your license? Apparently you can in the States. In the UK, I don't think so. I could be wrong, because my rating is a single engine piston rating, and that's not a piston engine. So I'm pretty certain I would need to do some training and transitioning. Fuel valve's still okay at the moment. Your FBO has few SR22s in the fleet. We're in the Bay Area, so very expensive market, but they go for 300 to 400 per hour wet. Is this Moocow? Is this a real fleet or like a on-air fleet? 300 to 400 per hour wet. If I'm over in the Bay Area when all this Corona's over, I'll pop in. I'll hire one. Real fleet, nice. 300 to 400 per hour wet though. Jeez, man. There is most of the fleets that's in the group I'm in, most of them are Cessnas, but there is one that's is it PA-28? I can't remember. It's quite a nice little plane. Might have a go on it at some point. Teppo, thank you, 55. Right. What is the elevation? 39. Although I can see a whole bunch of hills. You see, things are getting turned up. Look, 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 look. Every time, it's like as if when we're all coming in on the approach and people start turning lights on and off and doing stuff, that's when all the shenanigans happen. That's what it feels like. Another customer at your workplace has a Rockwell Commander 114. Just installed G3X. Nice. Oh, where's that, Dimple Addict? Is that anywhere near me? I think one of the planes I did look at was a Rockwell Commander. A G3X, that would be amazing. I'd so go for that. Kind of guessing it's on the other side of that hill. God. You can literally hear that thing click if you're listening out for it. Where's the runway? Oh my god, there it is. Look at that. Wow, that thing hides itself. It's based in Coventry. Oh man, I used to live in Coventry. I'm not moving back though. Lived in Coventry, lived in Warwick, lived in Leamington Spa. Lived in Stratford. Lived all around there. What's wrong with Coventry? It has the world's most annoying ring road going around it. Is it? You just look at the ring road system on Google Maps. It has like a ring round it, right? And then every time you want to get on and off it, you have to do like this crossover dance, and you have like 100 meters to do it. And you have to try and not hit anything crossing over. They're trying to get on, you're trying to get off. It's just crazy. Mrs. Squirrel actually hated that so much. It used to terrify her. Captain Bongo, thank you for subbing, bro. Welcome. Man, this airfield's fantastic. It's so hidden, though. And if you get it wrong, you're going straight into the drink. Oh, I'd love to have seen the 747 guy come in on that approach. That could have been quite fun. I need to go back to the start because we were into wind, I think. That 747 into there would be a very challenging... If you didn't get that right, you'd have to go around. Oh, Captain Slew? Someone already set the jet binned it. Lol. What airport is this? This is... Leros, LGLE. Very nice approach. Alright, let's line up and have a look at the next bit. Yep, I thought I heard the fuel gauge that time. Unlike the dials, like the fuel gauge is a very distinctive click. Right, next sector. Which way should we go? Right, let's take off and do a left turn. Might keep it quite low, and then we'll come down here. Let's just have a look at the weather for this place. No wind info. Weather is 320 at 11 knots. Which kind of implies 28 again. I don't know how hilly this island is. We need to land on 28, but I don't know if we're going to have to come over. It kind of, if you look at this, it's got a 2,200 peak right in the middle. I think you've got two choices here. You either go straight in and ignore the tailwind, or you come around the south and do a left base into 28. That's what I'm going to do. If you want to go straight in, that's fine. I'm going to go around the south side and do a left turn in, land on 28. So I'm going to turn left out of here, keep it on this side, and then go left in there. Otherwise, we'll have a tailwind on our hands. Right, let's do it.
Runway 32.
There's a valley for 28, is there? That sounds fun. That is a nice little airfield, that one. It's a whole lot of fun, that. Revon's 45 months. What a lovely day for a flight. Yeah, the wind's calmed down a little bit. It was a bit crazy before when we started. But yeah, it does look pretty nice. Don't think they've modelled the waves properly at Whiteland. The heading 148 approximately. Handy Hammy, how you doing, bro? Thank you, 38 months. Loving the flight sim stuff. Are you into it, Handy Hammy? Are you able to play? A whole lot of fun, bro. It really is. That is 4 flights. That's what you mean. Thing is, it shows it like that because I don't have any maps for 4 flight in this area. It'll probably cost extra. Extra dosh in it. I've slowed it down to 120. What internet providers have you had good experience with? Well, hang on. I have BT and Virgin Media coming into the house. But BT have put up the BT have put up the fiber to the premise cables now. So I had a look the other day actually, I could, for an extra £10 a month, have 900 megabit down and 100 megabit up, I think it is. So I'm kind of tempted. My BT's been pretty solid. Virgin Media will go out for a day twice a year. My BT went out once last year, I think. So it's been pretty solid, to be fair. Nosta A90, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome. That just came through. That was what AN gifted to you an hour and... No, sorry, 15 minutes ago. Sounds like GFast, that does. Probably. Don't know what they call it. To go round this island here. You just got 5G, 1 gigabits connect, very nice. You see, the thing is, like, I don't need, like, I think I've got 300 down at the moment, and maybe 70 up, I'm not really sure. I really don't need 900 down, I just don't need it. But then that other part of me, like that logic side of me goes, I don't need that. What's the point in spending £10 a month more to get more speed that you really don't need? And then this other thing in my head goes, oh my god, that's so cool, you need to get that. It's only £10 a month. Why don't you get it? And they've got this like angel demon thing going on in my head. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know you want it, you know you want it. Don't be stupid. Why do you need that kind of speed? You know you want it, squirrel. So that's where I'm at with that. Meanwhile, I don't think Virgin Media do anything quicker anymore. Wait, what's the elevation on this? I thought it was quite low. Wait, 771 elevation? Yeah, okay. Time to climb. Demon wins every time. £10 extra a month, they're giving it away. Exactly. How would you not? Thing is, it's not just £10 a month. They always lock you into like another contract, don't they? They'll lock you into like 10, 20, 12 months or 24 months or something. Wait, where the heck is this place? Where is it? Shit, is it on the other side of this? Surely that's not it. Can't be that. What's going on? I'm glad I'm going round now anyway. Oh, there you go. There's your... No, wait. This is kind of odd. Oh, oh, wow. That... Look at that. Holy smoke, that's cool. They built a runway on top of a massive hill. You could like run off the end of that with a hang glider and you'd still fly. That's amazing. That is awesome.
100.
No way is that 700 elevation. I'm at 1700. I'm not 1,000 feet above that. That doesn't make much sense. Going up a little bit. You'd have asked if the one time you decide to have a LAN party, so you have extra room. Well, part of me is thinking, rather than run 2 internets, why not just run the one off that speed? Man, this is a cool approach. 1-0's downhill. Hey, I told you to land on the other one. So 8 was always a better choice. Oh yeah, floating fat man, it's actually going to save me about 50 quid a month. So although it'll cost me £10 more, if I put the whole house on one internet, it would actually save me money because I can get rid of Virgin Media completely. And then I get to phone them up and listen to Virgin Media try and offer me stuff. You know what I mean? Or you phone up the customer retention team and go, hey, I want to leave. Oh, really? You want to leave? That's bad. Why do you want to leave? I'm going somewhere else. Okay, what if we better their offer? Then they start offering you all kinds of... Well, we'll give you our internet services for free for half a year. How about that? You're like, what? Yeah, but Baz, like, nobody in my house really uploads. And with that kind of speed, like, Baz, I need 6 megabits. 6 megabits I need to upload. And I have, like, a bandwidth of 100. I really can't see it working out to be a massive... Look at this place. This is so cool. These people live in a valley and have a runway on the top of a hill. No backup. Yeah, but I have never once, maybe once in 5 years, switched over to Virgin Media and streamed. I don't need the backup. Oh man, this is so cool. I wonder how long this runway is. Look at this.
Final runway 2A.
Squirrel. It's short but uphill. It's amazing. I'm wondering how big an aircraft you could land on this. I don't know why I'm going over those planes. They're not really there. What a cool little airfield this is. That was definitely the best one so far. We'll go back to where we'll take off on 2.8 as well. You can restart your sim, fair enough.
2A. Runway 10. 2A.
I'm just wondering how long my sim's going to last, because I can see it kind of starting to do the stutter thing, which it does when it's getting a bit struggling a bit, which happens when you get too many of the 747s appearing in multiplayer. Seems to mess up your memory. See, it's not smooth anymore. Might restart after the next leg. Oh, that's so good though, that airfield. That was nice. This is even nicer. Kalimnos. Fantastic. So the next one is we're going to take off out of 20, do a left turn, and this is literally 12 nautical. We'll be over there in seconds. Given the wind, we're probably better doing the same thing, like left turn into, what's that? Left turn into 3-2, apparently. 3-2 is the best, apparently. You'll have a 12 knot headwind on 3-2, otherwise you'll have a 12 knot tailwind. So you definitely want to do a left turn onto 3-2. Heading is going to be about 139er. Let's get that punched in. What's the elevation of this place? Elevation's 400 feet. Okay, all clear. It's a short hop, and then I'm going to restart my sim. Let's punch it.
Approaching runway 28. Entered runway 28. 1,006 meters remaining.
1,000 meter runway. Blimey. You saw one crash bounce land. A sloped runway is harder to judge. It also, like, the perspective is changed. That's really cool. If you get it wrong, though, you're going into the water. The next runway is 2,300 meters. It's going to be a struggle. Should do it. Beautiful. You get companies talking about superfast fiber offering 6 up and 20 down, which is really annoying. Yeah, that's not super fast. I mean, super fast is a relative term, but surely super fast has to do with what's commonly available. Yeah. It's a bit like saying, I don't know, when we lived back in the world of 2400 baud modem, you could say a 19 kilobit was super fast, but you couldn't call that super fast now. I don't know, Sim. I have no clue, man. So it should be on this here somewhere. You have visual on the runway. It should be on my left. I'm going to go past it and then loop back. Your workday's overtime for food. Thanks to the company today. I hope you join a flight next weekend when I got new PC parts coming tomorrow. Ooh. I wonder how Helipilot's getting on. I wonder if he's still building his PC. He's probably got the stream on right now and he's like screwing something in going, it's not going very well. I don't know, Kamikaze. That's where we are. You've got some RAM coming tomorrow, upgrading from 16 to 32. You should notice a difference with Flight Sim. There will be like a 5 to 10 minute break here if you want to grab a cup of tea, because I'm going to have to restart my sim. That is so annoying, that bug. There's the airfield. Well, that's what I'm going to do, Whiteland. I'm going to go and have a quick bio break and stretch my legs while the sim starts. A whole bunch of us going in. What power setting do you use on takeoff today? Pretty much what I always use, about 70 to 80%. $128 gig of RAM. Wow. Do you actually use that busy? That's a lot of RAM. Mind you, the way things are going, give it 10 years, Call of Duty will need 120 gig of RAM. That is a massive runway. What do they actually land at this runway? 128 gig is low if you're doing AI genetic algorithms, blimey. Wow. That is 757 is runway IRL. Dude, I'm not surprised. It's a monster runway. Turtle Rev, thank you for subbing. That's very true. Planes do not fade away when they get close, IRL.
Final runway 32.
500.
Wait, is that got... Oh, I thought it had a disused X on it. No, it does. Why does this have a disused X on it? Yeah, that shouldn't be there. And the police has arrived. Right, I'm going to bounce my sim. Take a bio break. So if you want to spawn in, now's a good time. You want to spawn in here, LGKO. And then the next leg's going to take us southwest to LGPL.
Happy anniversary.
I'll be back. Yeah, KO right now. Yankee Ray, thanks 34. What flight model? The modern one, the only one. Oz Simply, have a good night, sir. Oh, do you know what? I didn't take a note of what time it was in my sim. Does anybody know? Actually, if it was 6 a.m. when I started, it's nearly 8. That's 3 hours on, isn't it? So it's probably 9 a.m. local. All right. I think I started it. I'm not entirely sure. Yes, I did start it. It like gives you no confirmation that you know it's running for ages. Neomanda, have a good one. That's 4 flight doing the callouts. You're the police guy. You made any arrests? Is on worth the money, Jimbo? I don't know, dude. There's a 7-day trial you can try. See if you get on with it. Clutch McBroski, thank you for 63 months. Is there an archive of previous flights for the fly-alongs? Do you mean the stream or do you mean the flight plan? Streams of the Sky Vectors. Well, all the streams are on SquirrelPlus if you want to watch the actual fly-throughs. We've done some really nice flyouts, actually. Right, let's get that on there. LGKO, was it? Runway 32. And then about 8:50 local time should do it. Live weather.